Now everybody, let me tell you a story about Hollywood shame, where terrible actors and scripts collide. Oh, what a mess it is on the other side. Saw the lights, camera, action begin, but all I got was a movie that plunged in a spin. From the first scene to the credits that roll, a Hollywood disaster, you've taken its toll. Silver screen cesspool, bad movies galore. Can't help but wonder what the hell were they making these for? Throw in some cliches, the sharp and predictable plot. It's a train wreck, I tell you, it's all they ever got.
And now for our feature presentation.
Welcome to the Silver Screen Cesspool, where we review the pool. And now your host, the surveyor of cinema, the mocker of moronic movies, the terror of tiny town, the last known survivor of battlefield Earth, the one of many, Alan Smith E.
Today's moronic movie is Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies from the Asylum. That's actually the studio name, the Asylum, not where they live. At least I don't think so. The movie starts with an event left out of the history books, as Momma Lincoln was apparently a zombie, and rather than kill her, Papa Lincoln shot himself, leaving a 9-year-old Abe to kill Momma with a scythe. Frankly, if that had been taught in my history class in high school, my grades would have been a lot better. So according to this movie, 87 minutes later, Abe was brought forth upon a most excellent adventure. Soon after the Battle of Gettysburg, zombies began to rise, and unlike most zombie movies, it's not a scientist trying to warn the government about zombies, it's the commander-in-chief who has some unique insight into the zombie problem. This highly unique insight into the zombie problem is that zombies exist. The 16th POTUS plans on killing as many of them as possible with his trusty child-size scythe. This is a helpful plot point to distinguish this movie from the much more popular Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Old Honest Abe and his security detail take refuge from the living dead and try to temporarily join forces with somebody already in the fort claiming to be Stonewall Jackson. I say claiming because in the real history, he died before the Battle of Gettysburg, and this guy also has one of the most clearly fake beards I've ever seen. Lincoln and his posse go into town to try to reach a telegraph machine to call for help, but are attacked by zombies when one of them forgets to shut the door. I swear, no matter what zombie movie, people die in the stupidest, most avoidable ways. They take refuge in a nearby house, which just so happens to be owned by Lincoln's old one-night stand from college, Mary. She's taken in some orphan kid named Teddy Roosevelt, by coincidence. When there aren't enough guns to go around to make their escape, Abe suggests to Ted that he arm himself with a big stick. Ba-da-bum. Abe's Confederate allies have no objections to slavery, but simply draw the line at killing the walking dead who didn't do anything wrong. But the commander-in-chief insists that a man divided against himself simply cannot stand as he slices a zombie in twain. He then proclaims, "Emancipate this," as he removes another zombie's head. They use both of the best action movie lines within 30 seconds. It's called pacing, people. Look into it. Needless to say, the uneasy alliance between the Union and the Confederates doesn't last long, and the real winner is The Walking Dead. At least until Abe has the brilliant plan to hoist Teddy on his shoulders and let him shoot at the zombies over a brick wall. Jackson finally wises up and gives Lincoln his 2 cents, since it's his picture on them anyway. They devise a plan to lure all the zombies into the fort, blow up the fort, and Abe will zip line into safety as the fort explodes behind them. I think they totally missed a merchandising opportunity here, because I totally would have bought a zip-lining Abe Lincoln action figure to go with my Chester A. Arthur with a kung fu grip. With the undead defeated, the living can return to killing each other instead. Unfortunately for old honest Abe, his secret ex-lover got some zombie juice in her mouth, and she's slowly been turning into a deado. So he fakes killing her, and has her locked into a barn under the watchful care of some doctor until the end of the war. He visits her, unchains her, and gets bitten in the stupidest and most avoidable way, and then has to explode her head. Faced with his inevitable zombification, he sends off an urgent message to John Wilkes Booth stating, what I can only imagine is, going to the theater tonight, then I'm going to bang your mom like a $5 whore, because that's the one with my picture on it, LOL, and the rest, as they say, is history. Abraham Lincoln vs. Zombies is streaming on Crackle.
Silver Screen Cesspool is written, directed, and starring Alan Smithy. Assistant director, producer, and stunt coordinator, Alan Smithy. Boom mic operator, sound editing, and music by Alan Smithy. Construction coordinator, The Amazing Rando. Makeup by Crayola. Catering was provided by the Soylent Corporation. Alan Smithy will be back in Return of the Curse of the Planet of the Prehistoric Bikini Ninjas versus Kingdom of the Bride of the Killer, Shark Cheerleaders 2, Electric Boogaloo.